YouTube, what a YouTube, Say What TV. I am your host, Dre Day, and we're coming back to the migration crisis. This article is coming from Daily Mail. Tensions flare over migrants in New York City. Staten Island protesters are arrested while trying to stop buses carrying asylum seekers to shelter as they yell, "Take them back." Chaos erupted outside a Staten Island shelter for migrants as protesters tried to stop asylum seekers from moving in. About 10 protesters were arrested on Tuesday outside of a former Island Shores assisted living facility in Midland Beach, where a crowd met migrants with chants like, "Take them back, take them back." Footage from the scene shows protesters banging on the bus windows as they tried to prevent the migrants from disembarking and entering the shelter. Police said an officer suffered a knee injury when one of the protesters, area residents Vadim Divyakov, resisted arrest. Divyakov, who lives a block from the assisted living facility, was charged with assaulting a police officer, resisting arrest, and obstructing government administration, as reported by the New York Daily News. The rest of the arrested protesters were taken to custody and let go with disorderly conduct summons. Let's see if my thing will pick this up.
The fight over housing migrants heating up again last night. Protesters came out on Staten Island. They're angry about the city using an old assisted living center to house new arrivals. Police responded to the protest, but there did not appear to be any clashes. We'll let you know if we learn any more about that demonstration, of course.
Some photos. Adams denounced the protesters on Wednesday, calling it an ugly display and saying he will not allow the city be bullied out of carrying out our responsibilities, as reported by NY1. Cannot allow the numerical minority that's showing ugly display of how we deal with the crisis to be used as an example of what New Yorkers are doing, he said. I understand the frustration that New Yorkers are going through and understand the frustration that asylum seekers are experiencing as well, Adams added. The asylum seekers were eventually able to exit the buses hours after they arrived at the shelter. New York City's migrant crisis is expected to cost the city more than $4 billion this fiscal year if the situation continues, and Mayor Adams has warned the influx of asylum seekers could destroy the city. Despite Adams' cry for help from the state and federal government, the city has not received aid to cover the extra costs, so the $4.7 billion will come from the city's budget. The amount is equal to the budgets for the city's sanitation, fire, and parks department combined. There are now nearly 60,000 migrants in the city's care, with about 21,000 new migrant children starting school this year. The city has said less than 2% of the migrants are being housed on Staten Island. City officials have said they expect the number of asylum seeker population to reach nearly 33,980 households this fiscal year. Well, I'm sure the voters in New York City wasn't expecting this.
The fight over housing migrants heating.
My thoughts and opinions on it? I don't know. Should have paid attention to what type of policies your local officials are pushing on the population. But Say What TV, I'm Dre. Y'all have a good